Okay, so we're getting into middle of June now, and about this time of the year is when I start considering putting down an application to control the pests. And we're talking ants, we're talking webworm, we're talking mosquitoes, grubs, things that could already be invading or potentially invasive in the yard. And this year we've been getting a lot of rain, a lot of moisture, and so the mosquitoes are loving that. And so I've got 2 products that I'm going to put down today, and my hope is that we can get a handle on these. I was just trimming up some of these flowers and ran into some ants. Every time I mow, I see the mosquitoes, and every year I start to see moths coming up and out of the grass as I mow, and that's a good indicator of sod webworm. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 products down today. I'll take you in the garage, talk about what I'm gonna be using, and go from there. Let's do it. Okay, so this is what's happening today. 2 products. The first is a ready to use. The second is a granular. So for some of these insects and other pests, we're gonna get double coverage with 2 different products, which is good because then they won't develop immunity to either of these. We might have even better coverage actually. So first, the ready to use, this is Cutter Backyard Bug Control. And I bought this mainly for mosquitoes. So as you can see, this does kill mosquitoes, which is what I want. And it also goes after ants too, which I have. I'm gonna spray this down after I do the granular. The granular is gonna go down first. For the granular product, I've chose to use 7 from Garden Tech. And this is the first time I've actually used this. The active ingredient is bifenthrin. And bifenthrin is something that I've used in the past just to control the sod webworm alone. So this is actually going to control sod webworm, but it's also going to control other things too, mainly grubs. And I always want to put down a grub control, and I usually do that around the same time. So I'm getting grub control and I'm controlling the webworm with this as well. Okay, very important to read the label here. On the front of the bag, it says that this treats up to 10,000 square feet. Well, that's nice, but if you want 10,000 square feet's worth of this bag, you're only putting down 1 to 2 pounds per thousand. In fact, you're only putting down 1 pound per thousand because this is a 10-pound bag. And with that 1 pound per thousand, you are getting a lot of things under control here. But if you want to get into the bigger things like grubs right here and ants, then you need to go a little heavier at 4 pounds per thousand, which means that this bag is not going to cover 10,000 square feet. So make sure you read the label. We're going to put this down at 4 pounds per thousand because we want to make sure that we're getting grubs and ants as well as everything else here like webworm, and everything else above that's going to be covered as well. So definitely worth reading the label, taking the time, and making the investment for extra product to make sure that you're getting the exact application rate that you need. One other thing that I like about these products is we have full season control here. This will take care of up to 3 months worth, and then this says 12 weeks. And so that will get us into September, which is when we don't have to really worry about these anymore. So only 1 application and we should be good. We'll see how it goes. So as far as these ready-to-use bottles go, you just need to understand, once you remove the locking mechanism here, you pull this lever back to release the product. But just make sure that you know how far this product's going to go. In this case, we have 32 ounces, and that's going to give us 5,000 square feet. So the nice thing is they give you a little window here on the side of the bottle to let you know how much is left as you're going. So in the case of my front yard, I've got around 2,000 square feet, maybe a little bit more. So I want to be around 16 ounces or so, and then the rest of this bottle and the rest of my next bottle can go and cover the whole backyard. All right, that's all done now. Glad to have that done. Like I said, I do that once a year, and it seems to work pretty well. It was actually kind of fun to spray around. I could see the moths flying up out of the ground. I could see a couple of mosquitoes flying up and around, and I think they just know that it's time for them to get out of here, because we don't like them. I don't think anybody likes them. So the 7 product was really easy to use, and the spreader settings were generally the same as the spreader settings that I used for Ringer Lawn Restore or the Job's Organic. So that worked out well. And then the ready-to-use product, that was nice. At first I started out really fast because I wasn't quite sure how fast the product was going to be moving through the bottle. And it turns out the product does come out pretty slow, so you can take your time with that. They do recommend that when you use that product that you put it down on the lawn that was wet down previously. So they want the lawn to be somewhat damp a few hours ahead of you actually using the product. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're going to use it. Other than that, should expect to see some results, and by results I mean not seeing any insects flying around here or anything like that. So we'll keep an eye on that, see how it goes. Hope that's helpful to you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.